How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting the fuzzy. What's going on, people? What's good, people? It is a day of another day. Of another day that we call Monday. And it would have been said, what's going to be, but hopefully everybody's doing everything as far as being prosperity in their life of living. Now this topic I'm going to talk to you in reference to a research that's been done in Canada in reference to a lot of transgender people as far as adults getting older have been committing or trying to commit suicide in the form of suicide and thinking about suicide, contemplating suicide, and in some cases committed suicide. And I want to share this with you. Check this out.
Okay, this study was done on May the 4th, 2017. It just came out. Now, it says that the study showed the rising rate of suicidal acts in transgender adults. Now, the analysts of transgender suicidal studies show transgender adults are 14 more likely to think about suicide and 22 times more likely to attempt suicide than the general public. On May the 4th, UPI, Canadian research has found that transgender adults are at an increased risk for suicidal thought and attempted suicide than others. Suicidal thoughts and attempt are higher among transgender teens and young adults, that they are significantly higher for all transgender people across society, researchers and new studies reported. The study was a collaboration between researchers at Dalhousie University in Halifax, the University of Saskatchewan, and McGill University in Montreal, Canada. Now, suicidal and other forms of mental health distress and health parties that increase being documented in studies of the academic literature as a disproportion affecting transgender people in the population. Now, Dr. Robert Garofalo, a professional of pediatric and preventive medicine in Northwestern University, Feinberg School of Medicine, said the study used as an analyst of 42 studies published over 19 years to find the difference of rate of suicidal thoughts and attempt between male to female and female to male transgender responding to gender non-conforming adults. Overall, suicidal thoughts are higher in individuals who are male to female compared to female to male, with the lower rate among those who were gender non-conforming. Now, the William Institute of UCLA found that the suicidal attempts were highest among young adults between the age of 18 to 24. Now, researchers found that transgender adults were 14 more likely to think about suicide and 22 times more likely to attempt suicide in the rate of general population. The analysts of studies show that an average of 55% of respondents thought about suicide, 29% attempted suicide in their life. The number changed to 51% thought about suicide, and 11% have attempted suicide in the past year. Now, this is going out just as of May, the 4th, that a lot of older people are thinking suicide, and it's going up even higher now. And to have a message to the madness, stop letting people get in your ear. Stop letting people rent space in your ear. Stop listening to people. Stay away from anybody who don't bring a light to your life. Because if you listen to darkness, don't expect for them to do nothing but bring darkness to you. Just stop letting people get in your ear.
Okay, you see that? Now the thing is, the only way, and I'm thinking, just my opinion, the only way people contemplate suicide is the second thought. The second thought means society.
society means judgment. And a lot of times we are living in our truth and stuff, and we have no problem being who we are. But we always think of that second thought, which is society. What will society say once they see me? What will the people say? And this is when it gets to the point where you start contemplating suicide, anxiety attacks. Now, this is the thing, and it's not just my opinion. Listen, suicide can go all the way across the board and stuff. It's no one thing that can make a person want to commit suicide. God forbid. You know, it's just a spectrum. But I'm just going to give you a little small piece of it, because suicide is life. So one thing you have to understand when you're transgender, you're taking medicine. Now, the medicine that you are taking is going to affect your mind. A lot of times we want to sit back and say, oh, well, my body is, you know, I'm starting to develop, I'm still looking more beautiful, I'm starting to look more thin. You know, things are starting to change for me as far as the pill. I talked about this before to you, and I'm going to share it again. The medicine that you are taking can make you have downward effect. Now, I'm not saying every trans person this happens to, but it has happened to me. And if you're a trans person, well, it does happen to me, then it wasn't for you. Like I said before, and I'm going to say this, my videos are not for everybody, and I'm not here to debate or pass judgment, because you're only going to tell me your story for what you've been through. But I'm going to talk to the people who understand where I'm coming from. Now, the medicine that you're taking is going to kind of affect you in your mind of thinking. You may start finding yourself more emotional. You may find yourself much more clingier. You may find yourself, you know, just really depressed. Even though the hormones are doing stuff to your body, you have to understand it's taking place in your mind. So whenever this type of thing takes place, you have to say it's just a hormone. Excuse me, I have a cold. Now, the thing about it also, I'm just giving you little measurements to look out for, you know, as far as the suicide thing. This is another thing. That's the medicine. The second one is friends. Now, if you have the wrong type of people around you, people that are finding everything about you and, oh girl, oh boy, you know, you can't. You need to leave them alone. And I'm just saying, so, well, Raven, they may be telling me good to know. Because if you were born that way, as far as the way you are, without the trans or the two-spirit, everything about, what would they say then? If you was a female who looks just like a man, what would they tell you then? Oh, girl, you can't wear that because you look too much like a man. She can't look like a man because she was born a woman. It doesn't matter. And people try to say, well, you know, you can't be this. This is what I'm saying as far as friends. Do not let negative people rent space in your brain. So when someone that you feel as though is a friend go against you, you just look at them and you listen. It is not a debate. It is not an argument. You just listen. And you pick right then and there where you're going to continue your transition into man or womanhood without this person here. One thing about life, you're going to come across a lot of negative people. Please don't let one of the negative people be the ones that you rock with, one of your friends. Because a lot of times, the ones who you think that's going to support you may be the one hating on you and also telling everybody what you are behind your back. The next thing is mate. That means relationship. Now, if you find a man or a woman, the case may be, that you are involved with, if they are supportive and they seem to be helping you within your transition, stand by them. But if you have a mate who finds everything about you wrong and point everything out about you, well, you could never, you know, you could never fool anybody. Don't you never think that you could trick anybody as far as trick anybody. Why would you think I'm trying to trick anybody? What I'm doing is I'm living in my truth. What I'm doing has nothing to do with anybody, has nothing to do with society. So what if a mate is bringing on that second voice as far as society, you need to get rid of them. Just my opinion. Listen, if you're the kind of person who says, no, I can never find a man like this, then you stay with him. I'm just giving you advice as far as what you need to do. I don't care how fine he or she is, how gorgeous he or she is. If they're not supportive within your life, and it's not even a transgender thing, it's a straightforward in-your-face thing. If people are not supportive in your life, do not give them time to figure it out. Leave them alone and move forward to someone that is much more supportive in your transition of your new life. Because I'm going to tell you something. As long as you have your support system as far as me putting you down, you're not going to move. You're going to have these thoughts inside your head that you can't do anything because now you're listening to your me. And on top of you listening to your me, you listen to society. So now you got two strikes against you because now you're listening to other people. Now before you transition, you was fine. Before the mate, before the friends, you was living in your truth. It's the second voice that gets in your head that makes you think of suicide. Now there's as far as the next thing is called jobs. Now when you go and apply for a job and you're trans and stuff like that, a lot of times jobs are really, now I've done it without the name change and stuff, and I went and applied for jobs and I got the job and my name was not even changed. The thing about it is that if you live in your truth and you can accept who you are, some jobs are going to take you and some jobs not. But there are some people out here who are not transgender at all and they get kicked out of a job too. They don't want them there. It's not about what they are, it's all about how strong you are, you know, in your transition as far as being true to you. If they say they don't want you, that's fine. You just need to be somewhere else to look at it that way. Don't say, oh my God, I can't make it, it's not going to work for me. You can make it work. You just have to make sure you keep that positive thought in your head. Okay, well, clear, this is not where it needs to be, and you move forward. Now, this is the thing that I learned within the suicide. The negative thoughts stay inside of your head when everyone else is gone. That implant into your mind can do a job on you. You have to be very leery and very on top of things when you allow people in your life. Darkness is everywhere. There's going to be people who's going to go against you. But those same people that go against you will not allow you to go against them, will not allow you to put them down. But they will try to put you down, and they will try to tear you down. Remember, in order to live in darkness, a lot of times people don't want to live there alone. In order to feel sad, they want someone else to feel sad. Then this way they can share stories of how miserable they both are. Now you wasn't as miserable as this person is, but now you've sunken into the level of their darkness, and now you can't seem to figure out what it is that you've done to yourself as far as living in your truth. Now I'm going to tell you this. This is me, what I do. I leave myself to myself. I separate myself from everybody. I divorce the world. I go outside with my earphones and I got my shades on. I don't look at people. I pay people no mind. I don't even want to find out anything anybody has to say to me. I don't want to find out if it's a test or if it's a judgment. If it's just a, do you have or something, I don't know nothing. I may speak to you and I may not. Because the thing about it is that people are very curious about your life, but they don't want to share that same curiosity when it comes to them. There's some people who will attack you for living in your truth, but they do not want to share that same thing if you do it to them. They want to occupy your space in your mind as far as your life. They want to occupy that space in your mind, so this way they can always be with someone and controlling it. The same thing that you're thinking, well, this person understands me. They may be going behind your back saying, I got this person all fooled to believe in a certain type of thing. They was all into their transition. I done turned them all around, and they're laughing at you behind your back. Here it is, you've been thinking that this person was sincere within the heart of their life of living, and they wasn't. So the message to this video is to let you know is that second voice. You were fine in who you was. You was fine standing in front of that mirror. You was fine who you was. Do not listen to the second voice. It's the second voice of disaster. Now listen to the second voice of positivity to uplift you and pull you forward in life. Because that's all we're here to do is to help each other, as far as I'm thinking anyway. But a lot of people are not in that same mission. Misery loves company. It's an old saying that's been said for years. Don't fall asleep on that word, because a lot of times people will leave comments that's from darkness. Demons are everywhere. Demons will find anything they can to go against anything anybody says that's positive, because that's their job. It is the darkness that seeks more company.
Anyway, that being said, I just want to share this story with you as far as suicide, and I would love to hear your comments on this, and I want to let you know that I love you, and I want to thank you for watching. Catch the Rave.
Always living your truth. Don't let anyone get into your head or try to hurt you. Here are some numbers right here. If you feel really sad, you need someone to talk to. And I want to let you know that I love you. And I want to thank you for watching. Catch the Rave.